All right, so why is Bitcoin dumping today? And more importantly, why are alts dumping so viciously right after I just uploaded a video saying altcoin season is starting now? And now structurally, I thought, that would have been our go point, right? I'd already seen some bearishness just yesterday, last night, going through YouTube, Twitter, all that. People were already bearish up in this area here, and I thought, okay, well, the market's not extremely bullish. We'll probably just pump from here. We already, reset open interest a little bit. But no, in fact, we did need to sweep those leverage positions, right? Do a full leverage flush, similar to what we did back when the ETF came out, right? When would that have been over in here, right? We did a full flush of all the leverage. And while Bitcoin didn't actually make any lower lows like it did back when the ETF launched, altcoins did completely dump today. You could see total 3 over here. We blew straight through that daily EMA. The chart looks bad, right? But I'm going to show you why this does not worry me at all. This structure here on total 3. Now, obviously, I would want to see this daily EMA get reclaimed. A lot of your smaller cap altcoins that you're not able to leverage, they didn't capitulate as hard, right? Because there was not that cascading liquidation that you do have when you involve leverage there. And this is another indication of why I think it is just a liquidity sweep and not, spot selling. And a good example of this, if we pull up Caspil on perpetuals, you can see that we got the mother of all sweeps coming down here and taking out these lows on an extremely quick time frame, right? 5-minute candles, 1-minute candles. This happened extremely quick, showing that they were really going for all the longs, right? They weren't allowing anyone to stay in this market. And then we did get back above it hastily to confirm bullishness. But if you jump over here to spot price, you can actually see we've still held higher highs throughout this range. It's only on the perpetuals market that you actually went ahead and completely wicked through this last low, which shows to me that this is a liquidity sweep to flush those leverage positions. But let's get into why this is happening and has this happened before, right? So the reason I believe we're getting this sweep on Bitcoin, altcoins, all this stuff is actually bullish. It's because the market has priced in a high for later in the year, right? And I think that's due to the Fed pivot. The economy is actually stronger than markets were originally predicting. You can see that if we go over here to CME Group, you can see here in June, it is now only 26% chance that they're going to cut. Now if you go to July, it's pretty 50-50. And it's not till September that you actually see they are pricing in cuts. So the fact that they've moved cuts back 3 months tells me that, hey, this market can actually go on till September or even more. Because if they keep moving back cuts, we could easily see this at November or December is when we're actually going to see rate cuts come in, and that could be a sign that they're trying to push the markets all the way out until election season, right? Keep bullish sentiment through elections, and then after, I do expect after this next election, whoever wins, that the markets are going to absolutely crash and crumble with not only crypto but stocks, real estate, the value of the dollar. Right, there's a lot of catalysts for bad things to come in the long term, but the fact that they're trying to push these markets out until election season tells us that there's time for corrections and accumulation right now. And I think that's what this was in the altcoin market. This was a liquidity sweep so that we could flush leverage out of the market to create reaccumulation for much higher prices. So where has this happened before? Well, if we look at total 3 year, right, on a daily time frame, there are 2 spots in the chart we could be. So Bitcoin, I've already decided, I believe we're in this range here. So around the end of January. If we go to total 3, the end of January would actually be all the way down in here. So we could be seeing a flush similar to this wick that we had right in here. So this wick right here could represent where we are in the market. It's very possible we are just that low on total 3. And we still have almost the entire run for altcoins to go going forward. And that's why this is actually bullish, because this represents that it could be, massive reaccumulation before the entire run, essentially, where even total 3 runs 500%. And if total 3 is running 500%, then all your good altcoins are going to run at least 1,000%. What I do think is probably more likely though is that we're just fractaling something like this, right? Now this time frame here, February 23rd, February 21st, right? That didn't happen until we were all the way up here for Bitcoin, right? So you could make an argument to say, well, that's not where we are in Bitcoin, so we're not there on altcoins yet. And that's, I'd agree with that. But if we do just look at the structure on the total 3 market, you can see we are not still down here in the accumulation range, right? We've had pretty drastic moves up, but it's not totally out of the question if we were to see a massive rally, right? If this is the .com bubble for crypto, and we're gonna see total 3 go to the moon because there are a lot of good altcoins now. Yeah, I mean, this could be reaccumulation, and then we go much higher into multiple trillions of dollars in the altcoin market cap, which I do think is definitely a possibility, right? The altcoin market is kind of unknown territory on what the market capitalization should come out to be, because we see over here Bitcoin sitting at $1.3 trillion market cap. I do think total 3 and the rest of the altcoins are going to surpass Bitcoin's market cap substantially because there's just more coins, more volume in those cryptos. There's a lot more utility in that top 100. So I do think there's a case to be made that we still have the entire altcoin rally ahead of us, and that's why this liquidity sweep could actually indicate bullishness, could indicate reaccumulation. But either way, if we were right here or right here, this liquidity sweep should have been expected. We had kind of swept these lows both times. Now what I want to see is I just want to see this get back above the daily EMA on a daily closure. We got 4 hours for that. Would be really cool if we could see this get all the way back over the daily EMA and start confirming a bullish structure once again. But yeah, that's going to be all for this video. Just wanted to share with you guys that this is not out of the ordinary, right? This isn't different from other cycles. This doesn't mean that Bitcoin's going to zero or that the bull market is over. No, this is just a quick reaccumulation, a quick liquidity flush of that altcoin market before we can have the actual altcoin season. So now is when I do expect, altcoin season should start. Today going forward, we should not see any lows lower than what we already saw for the altcoins. Maybe you get that sweep of a sweep on Bitcoin, right? Which could make them go a little bit lower in the very short term. But other than something quick like that, I don't expect any lower prices. So yeah, I'm extremely bullish. I'm not worried about this, right? This does not faze me at all. I'm not scared of what the market is doing right now. But yeah, that's gonna be all for this video, and I'll catch you all in the next one.